Kevin Spacey. Hang on. Want to look at let's have a look. New York Times. Kevin Spacey celebrates so far of being cleared of sexual assault. Because I know nothing about this case, right, other than he was accused. Jurors who were taken to meet Kevin Spacey and shook his hands with him after clearing him of sexually assaulting 4 men, witnesses reveal. Well, if they thought he was innocent, then why wouldn't they do that, right? One reporter said it was like watching Spacey greet fans at a red carpet. Well, again, I think why do they acquit him? Members of the Crown Court jury were taken to meet Kevin Spacey and shook blah 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 blah. The group of jurors said that when they met Kevin Spacey, he thanked them for again. That sounds fine to me. Around half, all you don't like is you didn't get a pound of flesh, right? You didn't feel like you could like be virtuous. Around half a dozen members of the jury reportedly waited outside the courthouse to see if they could meet him, according to reports, even as it's described, meet and greet by one journalist. Okay. But let's hear about the actual reports, right? They were taken to a foyer to meet Spacey, where he also said to have made a brief bow towards them with his arms closed across the chest. Look, if he is innocent, I fucking love Kevin Spacey. And do your own independent media, right? I loved when he did Frank Underwood to himself for no apparent reason. The actor appeared to be weeping and thanking the jurors. The Sunday Times has reported the scene was described as like watching Spacey greet. Well, he was weeping. That's not what it's like when he meets his fans. One court, okay, but what? Let's hear about the underlying story. Double Oscar winner was to overcome with motion as the Southwark Crown Court returned not guilty verdict on Spacey was accused of abusing his fame and carrying out 9 sex acts on 4 men. Blimey. Honestly, I have the energy for 1 sex act or 1 woman. Okay, after that, I'm sleeping. 9 sex acts on 4 men. Bloody hell! What was he the ever ready bunny? Fuck me! And what was this sex act? But he insisted the claims were madness and accused the claimants of lying for money. Well, okay. He reportedly celebrated not guilty verdict for 61st birthday in London. He was spotted in the city. Witness told Page 6 he looked very proud. He was sitting in the entrance. Well, good. He should do, right? He spent the evening nursing a whiskey on. Look, he didn't sing happy birthday, but everybody else was in good spirits. Spacey reported, hey, tell me about the actual case. On the steps of the court after it was delivered, the US actor thanked his jury and the legal team, as well as longtime friend Lowenstein, for standing with him. Man, yeah, look, when you get cancelled, you find out who your friends are. He said, I imagine that many of you understand this bit. There's a lot for me to do for the process of what happened today, but I would like to say I'm enormously grateful to the jury for having taken the time to examine all the evidence and the facts carefully before reaching their decision. I am humbled by the outcome today. Never trust anybody and say they're humbled by the outcome today. I also want to thank the staff inside the courthouse, the security, my legal team, and Evan Lerstein for being there every day. Well, I don't know who he was, but do we know anything about this? Speaking of the impact, the allegations, Spacey told the jury, I've lost everything. That's true. I mean, apart from the money. The allegations against the actor were not only shredded by what had been a glittering career, but also major financial impact. Told the star to pay $25.5 million to produce a House of Cards after he was sacked. Fuck me, that's rough. He also has landed at least $1 million in defense fees and suffered humiliation being edited out. Really, Scott's. Yeah, but hey, do we have? Does it link to the actual story? Read more. Okay. Does this say anything? Celebrates with a whiskey. Blah blah blah. Meghan Markle's a cunt. Wait. Isn't it? This is the story. Why would it link to here? To read. Oh, is this the one? Hang on. Kevin Spacey acquittal doesn't mean he should be uncancelled. Fuck you. Fuck you. Jewish Chronicle. Who is Kevin Spacey's best friend and manager? Should we go to CNN? Let's go to Fox. I despise Fox, but I despite sin and slightly more. So a jury crowd, jurors deliberated Monday after nearly 4 weeks of testimony. The jurors returned a verdict not guilty. I imagine that many of you can understand, blah, blah, blah. I'm humble, blah, blah, blah. 64. Between 2001 and 2013, they ranged from unwanted touching to aggressive crotch grabbing, and in one instance, performing oral sex on an unconscious man. Well, I don't know. That sounds really sweet. I mean, listen, I would not like a blowjob from somebody when I'm unconscious, other than my good lady wife, of course. But that just seems like a reasonably giving act to me. I'm sorry. Look, I mean, listen. I mean, they say the same thing about Michael Jackson, the greatest host ever. He'll invite you around to his house. Yeah, as long as you're a 12-year-old. He'll invite you around to his house and let you ride a roller coaster, get you drunk, and give you a blowjob. That's a great host. Fuck me. I've never been that good a host. Agnew emphasized the four men's accounts were similar, not because they had been conspired to bring down Kevin Spacey, but because groping was reportedly Spacey's trademark move, according to the prosecution. Spacey allegedly seized the moments for opportunity grab and was able to get away with assaults for years because he was celebrated by blah. So how was all these disproved, right? Spacey's defense lawyer said during the closing arguments on Friday that three of the men are liars and suggested the jurors not convict them because of a clumsy pass made at a fourth man. Okay, Spacey testifies himself over two span of two. He testified himself over a span of 2 days, during which he violently denied he denied violently groping one of his accusers and instead painted a picture that their intimate, somewhat sexual relationship for the jury. I never thought that man I knew 20 years later was stabbed in the back. See, that sounds believable to me. I'm sorry, that does sound believable. Spacey's description of a gentle stroking in the direct contradiction to alleged victim's testimony, and he caught them by surprise by aggressively grabbing their privates through their clothing. Elton John also testified remotely in Spacey's defense at one point during the file, confirming that American Beauty star only attended one of the musical's annual galas in 2001. One of Spacey's alleged victims claimed that the actress ordered him while the two were driving to John's white tie and tiara, born 2004 and 5. Okay, so they're picking holes in it. Spacey first faced allegations of sexual misconduct from anti-rap. Yeah, man, one of the shittest characters, one of the shittest Star Trek, right? In 2017, Rap accused Spacey of sexually assaulting him in the 80s. Spacey was found not liable in a civil lawsuit. Listen, it seems to be he's doing well. That's fine. Why he shouldn't be uncancelled. No, I'm not subscribing now. If I got to pay for this shit, I'm not. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll say let's try the Wayback Machine because this just annoys me. They're going to pay for the LA fucking Times. Leave me alone. There we go. Let's see if this comes up or it's blocked. Because I'm not paying for the LA fucking Times. Hello. Let's just open it up. There we go. Okay, fine. This week on the acquittal of 9 counts of sexual assault and indecent. Casey opened on up with saying, I imagine that many of you can understand there's been a lot of process for me to happen today. What happened to you that Friday? Yes, we can. Yes, we certainly can. Since 2017, we've all been watching the fall of Kevin Spacey unfold and masturbating to it, basically. More than 30 men accused, I don't give a shit, of sexual assault or inappropriate behavior, to which the actor responded by coming out as gay, then retreating for evaluation. Oh, he did the BBC guys move, right? Eventually denying all allegations, occasionally posting truly creepy Christmas videos. I quite like those. For 6 long years, this highly acclaimed actor. Oh, what is it? Go away. This highly acclaimed actor, and once beloved by Spacey fans, colleagues, media outlets, blah blah blah, artistic community and cultural arts, left a lot to process. But now we're back for round 156, having been acquitted. Should Kevin Spacey be uncancelled? Yes, you were wrong. You were clearly wrong at this point. Yes. One can deride their ubiquity and accuracy in terms of cancelled, but there's no denying this applies to Spacey. Even at the height of Me Too, no one fell as hard as he did, from going from beloved A-lister to Hollywood pariah in a matter of weeks. Yes, and he should be compensated for that. In 2017, the two-time Oscar winner was riding high, star of House of Cards and enthusiastic evangelist for the streamer. Then, October, actor Anthony Rapp Spacey attempted to molest him at a party when he was 14. Within hours, Spacey responded on social media and said he had no recollection of the incident. But if I did, as he describes, I owe him a sincere... This is the nicest fucking response for what I did. I feel deeply inappropriate drunken behavior. I am sorry for the feelings that he described carrying him for years. Sorry if that happened apology for allegedly molesting a 14. Are you telling me, Mr. LA Times cunt, you are in any way against child sexual exploitation? I don't fucking believe you. What do you think of The Sound of Freedom? Was that QAnon nonsense? I don't fucking believe you. I've wanted a bad enough, but then he went on, came out as gay as something of a member of the LGBTQ. Oh, he used their own shield against them. I can't read this. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up. Right? I think I've gone over 3 hours. That's quite long for me. Maybe that's quite long for you. I'll sue Netflix. I hope he does. Right? I hope he does. That would be fantastic. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.